Shalom to everyone. Our wiki Parsha is Tazria. So this briefly about this Parsha, we see like a lot of things. First of all, about like the tamei or tahor. Also like this about the impurity and purity. The two things is like important fact here. And the woman is giving birth. That's how it starts our Parsha. Which includes immersing in the mikveh after also, because the woman is in Nidah. We speak after about it. And about after, of course, the offerings, what you always done in Holy Temple. And after the mentioning again, like the 8th date, the male have to be circumcised, what we seen before in the Humash. And it's not the first time that here again mentioning. And the tzarat is like a lot of time, like the translation is like leprosy. But it's actually not leprosy, because the leprosy is like spelled differently. It's like metzara. I think like that how I seen in the one Gemara in Yevamos about then speaking leprosy. But it's like it's something different. It's like a natural plague actually, which can affect people as well, like the garments or the homes. And it's like they on the skin like pink, like patches appear on person's skin, the dark red and green, and the garments also. And so the important fact, like the Kohen is coming, and the Kohen is checking, and they put like kind of the people 7 day in quarantine, and they again checking like, but now we are familiar about this quarantine, and and after 7 day quarantine, like checking is that is very speaking in the beginning, like tamei or tahor. So tamei is impure, and like tahor is pure, and the person should have to go outside of the camp if they have this plague, this tzarat, or a city, how it's called, until the person is healed, separate from the other. Like now they also, when someone is sick, separating from the others until becoming good. But nowadays the Kohen not coming to check like those days. So let's begin with our Parsha. So Tazria, first pasuk is chapter 12. First pasuk is Ve'eber Hashem el Moshe lemor. So Hashem spoke to Moses saying, pasuk 2, Deber el bani Israel lemor, Isha ki Tazria ve'yalda zachar ve'ta'ama shivat yamim kimei nidat dota titma. So to speak to the Israelite people thus: when a woman at childbirth bears a male, she shall impure 7 days. She shall be impure as at the time of her condition of menstrual separation. So what is it like? It's like kind of the woman is in the Nida time, and let's speak about what is actually Nidah. So the period of Nidah is a time, it's usually 12 or 14 days, depends. And it's like now the Jewish law from the Torah is 7, but after they added the other 7 also, have to be 7 clean days. So like it's like the Nidah like is forbid like conjugal relations and like touching each other, married couples. It's like very very deep topic. It's like just briefly. It's about we will speak about it because usually like couples learn about Nidah laws before. It's like begins also like Nidah not just with the birds. It's also with like just normal like with the menstruation. And after that, how they finish, they going to the mikveh when the ritual pour of water. So that's how we about like briefly about it, about like the Nidah time. But nowadays we have, and okay, let's go back to the pasuk 2, what we were speaking about it. And pasuk 2, like Rashi, what says, Sasheki Tazria. So if a woman have come with seed, Rav Simlai said, even as the formation of a man took place after that of every cattle, beast and fowl, when the word was created, so too the law regarding him is set forth after the law regarding cattle, beast and fowl contained in the previous chapter. Is from Leviticus. And Akva ki Tazria, these words are superfluous ki yalda, with suffix they mean literally if she bringed forth seed, and are employed to include the case of she gave birth to him, the male child, as a pulpimus which has dissolved, having become liquefied like seed, even then its mother becomes unclean as thought it were normal birth. So it's only the 27b. So it's like the woman becoming Nidah, and it's also different like if it's a male or if it's female. We will see after. At the day of the separation for impurity shall she become unclean. So it's not clean. According to regulation, every uncleanness which is mentioned in the case of Nidah, thus she become unclean is respect to the uncleanness resulting from from childbirth, even though the womb opened without any issue of blood. Even this, like the woman, like it's like still Nida. And dota, this is an expression for anything which flows from her body, like flowing, and the translation is as the days of separation due to her flux. And the explanation is the same meaning at the malady, a sickness, and is termed her sickness because no woman sees an issue of blood from herself, except that as a result of it she becomes unwell and her head and limbs feel heavy. It's also from the Nidah. And like now we go a little bit pasuk 2 in the Hiskuni, and the last commentary what says about us Kimi Nidah dota. So just as separates from him during the days when has her menses, so menstruation. So the Baraita Nidah folio 31 reads the Rabbi Meir explained the reason why generally speaking the period of women's mens lasts 7 days is because if her husband had to abstain from marital relations with her during that period, she will be as desirable for him at the end of the period as she was when he stood with her stood with her under the wedding canopy, under the huppah. The woman who just gave birth is familiar with the 7-day period during her menses, and in this period she abhors. So by reminding her of his compulsion, she may look forward to having marital relations with her husband again when pregnant. She does not experience the discomfort of her menses. By the same token, this separation also awakens a desire in her for her husband. So this is what we were speaking about before, what I explained about the Nidah. So now it's more clean, like have a brief summary about it. Okay, so let's go. So this was about the second pasuk, and let's go now to the third pasuk. So Vayom Hashmini Yimol Basar Al Arlato. So the Arlato or Lad, so the 8 days flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised. So everyone knows about the Brit Mila on the 8th day when the children is circumcised. It's like even if it falls on Shabbat, have to circumcise. So like we see from here, the positive mitzvah override the negative mitzvah, and it's a very important thing. So what like Or HaChaim commentary we're gonna read Uvayom Hashmini, and on the 8 days, etc. Why did the Torah having to instruct us to circumcise a male baby on the 8th day? Something that has been legislated already in Genesis 17:12. Before I said it in the Humash, I didn't know exactly where, but now it's written here. Prior to the birth of Isaac, even if all the Torah wanted was to tell us that the rite of circumcision must be performed by the day and not by night. So during the day we have to do it, or that the importance of circumcising the baby on the 8th day is so important that the Shabbat may be violated in order to fulfill this commandment on time. So like it's from Shabbat 134 too. So like this we like even on Shabbat is how important mitzvah to circumcise. It's like even like when a person dies and not found circumcised, then before they also do that, like and giving a Jewish name. So it's like now very, very important here. So let's go to the next pasuk 4. Ushloshim yom ushloshet yamim teshev bizmei tahara bechol kodesh lo tiga ve'el hamikdash lo tavo ad melot yemei tahara. So she shall remain in state of blood purification for 33 days. She shall not touch any consecrated thing or nor enter the sanctuary until their period of purification is completed. So like 33 days. But about like in the case now about the male, about the boy, if she has a boy. So and let's check. So pasuk 4 Rashi we're gonna check, and about we go where is written like the kol kodesh. So she shall not touch anything that is holy, the kol kodesh. So not anything this service include the heave offering. So it's from Makot 14 Yevamos 25a. The Torah prescribed this because such a woman must be regarded as one who has taken the immersion on a very long day. So because she immersed herself at the end of the first 7 days, Vice, her sun does not set to bring about her purification until sunset of the 40th day, since it is only on the morrow that she has to bring the atonement offering to connection with her purification, as is stated in verse 6. So like we came like here about the offering is very important, and about like the she shall not touch. This is the prohibition addressed to anyone who would eat holy things in state of uncleanness, is stated in the Barais in Yevama 75. So it's like it's very serious. Like when they are like real unclean, then in unclean. We just don't see unclean. It's like more higher level. Like it's also you also don't see like about when going someone to the mikveh to the ritual immersion in the water, like that is what is the mikveh. And you don't see that it have something like higher explanation, like it's have to understand, it's hard to know, just imagine. So I say it to you. So pasuk 5, Vaim nikva teled vetama shevuaim kanidata veshishim yom heshet yamei teshev al demei tahara. So if she bears a female, she shall impure 2 weeks as during her menstruation, and she shall remain of the state of blood purification for 66 days. So that we see, like before was like 66, before was 33, and now it's like 66 days. It's like a huge difference. 66 days. Okay, let's go to the next pasuk. Pasuk 6. ובמלאת ימי תחיירה לבן או לבת תביא כבש בין שנתו לעולה ובין יונה או תור להטת אל פתח אוכל מועד אל הכהן. So in English, on the completion of her period of purification for either son or daughter, she shall bring to the priest at the entrance to the tent of meeting a lamb is its first year. They have to be fairly young for a burnt offering, and a pigeon or a turtle dove for a sin offering. As you see before, like they had to bring an offering for this when someone had someone like had a son or daughter. And what Hiskoni says about it, Hiskoni says that she's to bring a sheep as an offering. When his students asked Rabbi Shimon why the mother of the baby has to bring an offering, he answered them that it was because during the contraction preceding her giving birth, she swore not again to have marital intercourse with her husband, which was the reason for the pain she had to endure. This was the inappropriate oath for which she has to atone. And about the entrance of the tent of meeting, this teaches that the mother herself looks after these birds as well as sheep until then when she hands them over to the priest. From Sefer. So, and Pasuk 7. והקריבו לפני השם והיפר עליה ותחרה ממקור דמיה זאת תורת הילדת לזכר או lenakeva. So she shall offer it before Hashem and make expiation on her behalf. She shall then be pure from her flow of blood. Such are the rituals concerning her who bears a child, male or female. And what Rashi says about it. So Rashi says then like she shall offer it. 2 offerings have been mentioned as a lamb and the bird, as you've seen before previous passage. But it states here, and he shall offer it and so make an atonement for her. This teaches you that only the omission to sacrifices, a particular one of these 2, precludes her from eating the sacrifice food. And which is this? So it is the sin offering, because it is stated immediately afterwards, he shall make expiation for her and she shall be clean, that which is intended as expiation, the sin offering. Upon this the purification depend. So it's from Sifra Tazria, Parsha Tazria, chapter 54. And she shall be clean. It follows therefore that until now, until she has brought the atonement offering, she's termed unclean. So like it's very interesting, until she's unclean and becoming clean, she's regarded like tamei, but although she's actually tahara. So it's very interesting. because the day before also was about mikveh, and so the last pasuk in this chapter, we will finish here. Pasuk 8, ואם לא תמצא ידה די שא ולקחה שתי תורים או שני בני יונה, אחד לעולה ואחד לחטאת, והכפר עליך הכהן וטהרה. So if however her means do not suffice for a sheep, she shall take 2 turtle doves or 2 pigeons, one for a burnt offering and the other for a sin offering. The priest shall make expiation on a bivouac, and she shall be poor. That is also like see how the purification about how the becoming a poor, tamei and tahor, but we were speaking about it. And Ibn has a saying about like so, and if her means suffice not, this means the same, but if means suffice not. So like, and the priest shall make an atonement for her, and she shall be clean. This teaches that if the Kohen does not make atonement for her, shall not be clean. It applies only the land of Israel. So it's like that is important about Ibn Ezra brings out, like just in the land of Israel. So cleaning rituals described in our chapter apply only in the land of Israel. Outside of the land of Israel, imagine in the mikveh suffices. So it's like also so different, like in Israel, like in nowadays also some laws are different, like as we said in the last portion about speaking about like the blessing, the Kohen blessing. Here we have every day, and like outside of Israel just only Yom Kippur, and that's it. So it's like in Israel, like as you see, like how holy is this place, and like how it's different. Like here, like the other bracha coming from here. So and let's finish here, like, and after worthy to read, but we will not go into the other topic. This was just the first chapter, and now after you can check about the quarantine topic and about how Kohen checking and similar stuff. So let's see in the next video, and thank you so much. Shabbat Shalom.